Good afternoon. This is Energized Coach coming to you again. It's the weekend, and again, it's still, we haven't got to the year 2020 yet, but as we approach the year 2020, I think about a lot of times the things that we do when we come up with our resolutions, and now we got another year to start to do something better, whatever the case may be. I mean, we haven't got through any of the holidays like Thanksgiving, Halloween hasn't even showed up yet, or even Christmas. But one of the things I think about is, as we take advantage of all of these wonderful holidays that we'll have with our families and enjoying life and being able to be out in this fresh air. I mean, it's fall now, and I'm out here by the lake. I don't know if you can see it behind me. And I wanted to enjoy nature and the weather, hearing the geese and all these other things. I can't help but continue to think about what it is that's happening and what it is that we need to do to protect ourselves as a people who enjoy the pleasures of life, and we embrace a lot of the technologies and the things that we use every day without considering the fact what it is that can potentially doing to ourselves with the current network that we're dealing with under what's called 4G, which means fourth generation. But then now that the introduction of 5G and how it's taken place and what it is that's doing to us. So what I want to share is some of the things that some of these things are doing to us in regards to our body, what it's doing to our children, and also the things that are around us, and some of the things that you may have that are going on with you, that the 5G that is currently coming to your house right now. And if you don't believe it, just look up the term smart meter and you'll see that digital meter that you have outside that reads your electricity. You'll see that that meter has 5G going to it that's coming from satellites from outer space. And it's so many problems with it. That's why I encourage, if you ever get a chance, to go see that video on YouTube, Take Your Power Back. It talks about all of the dangers and all the things that happen, and people who have actually died back in 2011 from being exposed to this harmful radiation, and it's kind of being kept under wraps and no one's saying anything about it. So to protect ourselves, I've shared videos in regards to Shungite and fullerenes. I mean, this here, right here, what you see is Shungite. I just got it today, and I put it on, I keep this one with me, but I put it on the device that I'm using right now, my other cellular device, and I put it on my family's phone as well, because these are kind of the steps I want to take, because this is what absorbs that radiation that can potentially save you from having any problems from the harmful radiation that's being generated by not just, of course, the current network that we're on now, but the 5G that is already here and potentially are going to increase as well. So I'm just doing this as an introduction, and at the end of this video, I'm showing you, I have a gentleman, his name is Josh Del Sol, who produced and directed Take Your Power Back, where he shows some statistics and the graph of things from cell phones and other things that we have and are currently using, and what the government regulation is on the network and what it is that is legally allowed to be saturated in the atmosphere. And I do really want you to share your thoughts on what you think about these things and what it is you think you can do. I mean, I spent, I think, about $25 because I also got some Shungite you can put in water. This Shungite has been around for a long time. It's just that we don't know much about it because it's been used, and sometimes people, you know, when they think about things that they use, they think about these witchcraft and all the superstitions about using these things. But if you take your time and educate yourself on all of the benefits that Shungite can give you from not only protecting you from these electromagnetic waves, but it also has healing powers, it purifies water and all these other things, and it's also believed to have come from outer space. I did a whole video on it. You get a chance, take a look at it. But I just wanted to share this as an introduction and try to give you some information, try to educate you on what it is going on, and also share the major cities that is going to, as well as information regarding the types of things that this frequency is doing to your children and what it can do to you. You just may not know what it is because you probably just think, oh, it's something that I ate, or I just feel like that. Sometimes that can be the case, but there are other things that can be the case as well, and I want you to kind of be mindful of that being the case and take a look at it. So without any more being stated, here's the video. Let's come up next. Please enjoy. Take a look. Okay, I went on Google and typed in about where is 5G, and this is the first thing that came up. Here is Verizon, where they have already started the 5G, and they also will give you this nice Galaxy Note 10 with the 5G to go with it. Find that interesting. Here are the cities, the major cities that they already have it: Boise, Chicago, Denver, Detroit, Indianapolis, Atlanta. And I also wanted to ask if there's the network that were near you, and I found out this information here, and it talk about where 5G is located across the nation and where it is that you can find it. And as I continue to scroll, and as I was looking at this particular video, it also showed major cities where the 5G network exists as well. Here's the impacts that you can have on your children, for 5-year-old, 10-year-old, as well as adults. And then here's are the ranges of the networks or frequencies or microwave frequencies that can impact you. Here are some of the problems: cataracts, all the vision problems, the oxidative damages, and all the things that can happen to you. And here are thermal notes of what it looks like without the cell phone and with the cell phone. I mean, do we really want to have this here? Here's the microwave auditory effects as well. So this is on.
We now have vast amounts of published science on microwave radiation and health effects. The data we're going to look at are all published science, testing results, or public standards. At the bottom end of the radiation scale of what's called power density or signal strength is the minimum level at which cell phones will work, which was found to be 0.2 billionths of a microwatt per centimeter squared. Pine needles were found to age prematurely at 0.000027. At short-term exposures of 0.05, children aged 8 to 17 experienced headache, irritation, concentration difficulties, and behavioral problems. 0.1 is the biobiology or building biology guideline for extreme concern. 1.0 produced sperm DNA fragmentation and a decrease in sperm viability in vitro. Also at 1.0, the science shows the following bodily effects can occur: headaches, dizziness, fatigue, insomnia, chest pain, difficulty breathing, and indigestion. 2.5 saw altered calcium metabolism in heart muscle cells. 4.0, changes in the hippocampus affecting brain memory and learning. And at 6.0, DNA damage in cells. So where are smart meters on this list? Electrical Power Institute in December 2010 measured a single Itron smart meter with pulses up to 7.93 microwatts per centimeter squared. Our own testing indicated approximately 8.0 with 1 meter. These tests are at a close distance, approximately 1 foot away from the meter, but an infant's crib could be just as close on the other side of the wall where the meter or bank of meters are installed. Even though there are all these known health effects at levels far lower, Switzerland, Liechtenstein, and Luxembourg see fit to set the standard at 9.5. And China, Poland, and Russia, 10.0. This is the same level at which behavior has been altered, producing reflexes of avoidance following 30-minute exposures. A room of 12 smart meters, very common and even a conservative number in an apartment building, tested at 19.8 microwatts per centimeter squared. This is hundreds of times higher than levels which clearly indicate harmful effects. So how can utilities and governments get away with forcing these devices on everyone? This is how. In Canada and the US and several other civilized countries, the safety limit is set at 600 to 1,000 microwatts per centimeter squared. This so-called safety limit is literally tens of thousands of times higher than levels which are known to damage health according to peer-reviewed published science.